just consuming, but then again, he's on the other side giving to the masses, I guess you can say. But
Okay.
go
I
ahead.
was just going to add to that real quick. I think a little bit to add to that is just by on Gary's end, I think the way that he's staying connected with everybody is because he's consistently posting.
Right.
So, for example, he's kind of talked about potentially taking a sabbatical. And this might be something he does once he hits 40, I think.
I
Or is
don't
he
know.
already 40?
He's crazy.
He's not
He
gonna,
wants to buy the jets. He's not
he's
taking
not
a
gonna, he's
sabbatical.
crazy. But I'm just saying though that like he hasn't taken a sabbatical, but I know that he knows if he takes a sabbatical, he will lose a lot of people.
Right.
So when you go somewhere and you're not posting consistently, like let's say, I know a lot of people actually that gave up Facebook for Lent. I mean, if they're not posting on Facebook, it's not because I don't care about them. It's because I haven't seen them. I'm
Right.
like, holy cow. Like, I'm seeing all these, like, hey, I'm back. It was nice. How did it go?
Like, I didn't know you were gone.
Like, I didn't even know you were gone. But, you're the one that kind of missed out, actually. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird. And I don't mean to say that in a mean way. It's just kind of like, if you don't consistently post, then you're the one that pulled back.
Right.
So...
Okay.
I don't know. I think that's a little bit of how he seems to have handled it.
Stefan, I wanted to ask you. You said like you're humble. You don't really have a lot to post. You don't want it. You want to be eyes on you, which I totally understand that. In our business, we've kind of had to change that a little bit because. But what is it that you're? What are you? What are you building? What are you doing? What are you growing?
Okay. Keep it short and simple because my mind is going. Bottom line, I'm a magician.
Okay.
I also I like marketing, like Gary stuff and things like that. I do DVD and Blu-ray review. I did 1,000 review in 3 years.
That's right. Yeah.
And so I'm trying to connect everything together, and I'm very low profile in my own bubble, and I'm trying to learn, be proactive, and reaching out to other people. I'll give you one specific example of something I did a couple of years ago. I went to Montreal Comic Con, and I took 600 pictures in 3 days. But most people just take pictures and then they go away. And what I did, and I know Gary says numbers don't mean shit, but just to give you a specific real example, I took pictures of a costume or something like that, and I say, here's the card to my website. You can get that picture for free.
Right.
And my stats, where I just have like 400 pages or something like that a day, in 3 days went from 1,200 to 50,000.
Oh.
Because instead of just taking a picture, I said, here's my card. This is where you can get your picture and you can get it for free. There's no copyrights and stuff and things like that. So it generated traffic. So I'm getting part of the strategy. The thing that I was lacking, that I'm learning from Gary, is to keep building on that relationship. That was just a sincere one-on-one exchange of adding value, but then I didn't keep in touch,
Right.
So that's what I'm learning. And for magic, I do a workshop for kids to help them learn magic, build self-confidence, and I do close-up magic with small objects and things like that. And what I'd like to build is actually the jab, 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 right hook mindset, is to find a way to add value to people, to connect with people. So eventually, 6 months from now or a year from now, I can post and say, hey, by the way, I'm going to be doing a magic show in your area. There's 50 seats available. Who wants to come? And so it doesn't feel like hassling people. It feels like for the past 6 months, I've been connecting, adding value, and to make it reasonable, logical. If you have 2,500 people like you have, I don't have that right now. I'm like 200. And you ask for 50 people to come to your show, then it becomes reasonable.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's to grow relationships and bait rate attention, as Gary says, to create jab, jab, jab with sincere and integrity, to help people out, so that when I do ask for a right hook, it feels organic, it feels natural. It just feels like a friend asking for a favor, not, selling something.
Right.
So that's cool.
All right. So I got a few things for you. So it sounds like your platform. Well, you said you're humble. You don't want to show your stuff. First of all, you're a musician.
Magician.
Magician. I'm sorry. I know you told me that before. I kind of mixed it up. So I'm a magician, and you do the movie review. So those are two things that you can get value on. all day long, right? Like you can do a Snapchat or hey, I'm watching this video. This is the worst part of the video. This was an awesome part of it. Doing your review. You could do a live review like that. And also, YouTube. I would definitely look at YouTube. But the first thing I think you would need to do is to start growing your network. How many friends did you say you have on Facebook?
I just have 200 friends, but it's people that I know.
Yeah.
And how can I explain it? One thing that I've been doing in my regular life, but with Gary, I learned to apply it to business, is I have what I call a logical extension. I notice people's stuff. Like, for example, I have a friend who likes Post-it. She's crazy about Post-it and Sharpies. And I'm going to go around, I'm going to see something on special, and then I'm going to send it to her and say, there's a great deal over there just for you. Mm-hmm. And I realize if you do that, and I do that with all my friends when I see stuff, and this is one of the real things that keeps the relationship going, where I know you like that stuff. I saw that just for you. Here's the link.
Yeah.
And I've been doing that for my friends, but then I just clicked with Gary's stuff and made me realize, oh shit, I can apply that to other people I know a little less and then build a relationship.
Right.
And I went, potential,
for sure, it's creatively keeping that relationship going, and I think that would be, I don't know if you do anything on YouTube, but I think building your network and then giving that value, on YouTube, all the platforms, but Snapchat would be really cool to as you're learning a trick, as you're doing that, giving away, like literally, I love it when magicians give away their tricks. I know magicians hate it, but like the small kid stuff, so that, because that's the point. Like you want to teach a kid how to do. Well, that's what you do. So why not look at doing that on a bigger scale? So giving that value, teaching those tricks. Hey, this is what I do. This is how it was done. That would be great. And even if you did a YouTube channel or doing it on Snap, but yeah, I would just start thinking bigger, and then get some good footage of yourself and just get it out there. Give that value, and you'll see it come back in ridiculous amounts. So, anybody else have any other questions before we wrap this up? I appreciate you guys all being on the call tonight. Now, next week we're gonna have part number 2, and I'm gonna interview somebody that's killing it in Snapchat. So you guys will all want to hop on for that again. Anybody else? Any other questions? Any other Beachbody questions? I know we opened this up to guests tonight, but anybody have any questions in their business, in training, in challenge groups, any